Welcome to Wrap It Up. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Nonka Quindi. You're about to hear a wrap up of the past week's most trending news stories. Remember to like and to share this episode as much as you possibly can. And I cannot stress the importance of you giving us your thoughts and opinions on the stories that we give you. I and the team, we love to hear it so much and keep that conversation going. We are also on Facebook, Wrap It Up. You'll see my face on it with a world map there. And yeah, that's how you know that it is us. Give your opinions on all the stories that we provide to you here. Right, let's get straight into it. We learned of the retrenchments that are happening at Sabc, and trade unions are threatening the corporation with court action over the handling of the process of the retrenchments. And as it is, they are targeting about 600 employees. And the trade unions are not having any of this. They're saying this is unlawful. And the Sabc is saying that they have lack of funds problems, but it's a developing story that I will bring you an update on. But what's happening at the Sabc is very, very sad. Remember, this has been going on since the last year or two, and it seems that more people are going to be retrenched. So I'll bring you an update on that story as it unfolds. Another trend that we saw is of our President Cyril Ramaphosa announcing that the country is now officially at adjusted lockdown level 1, meaning all systems go. But I cannot stress the importance of us keeping ourselves safe and others around us safe at all times. Remember to sanitize your hands or to wash them with soap regularly. Remember to maintain a social distancing of 1.5 meters or 1 meter, and to always wear your mask. I always get offended personally when I see people not wearing masks in public places. I ask myself, what is on their mind? What are they thinking? How can they be so casual about something so serious? I mean, people have lost their lives globally, and people still have the audacity to walk in public without masks. It's really, really disturbing. Moving right along, another trend was of the former Eskom executive Brian Molefe alleging that Glencore's, the mining company, used its relationship with Cyril Ramaphosa to extort money from Eskom. Now, this is a very big story that I will bring you an update on. Who would have thought that our president will have some dirty laundry of this kind in his closet? So, yeah, I want to know what you think of that story, because the president said that he will give his testimony after Mr. Molefe fully testifies. And, yeah, we'll hear his story. So it's a very juicy story that I'm going to bring you an update on. Give me your thoughts on that story. Another trend was of fake vaccines being seized at a warehouse in Germiston after Interpol issued an alert, and apparently 3 Chinese men and 1 Zambian national were arrested. And I was like, yo, how many episodes are we going to have of fake vaccines? I mean, we're lucky that this one was discovered. How about those vaccines that won't be discovered and they are fake, and the effects that they might have in people's lives? So yeah, we live in very dangerous times, very, very dangerous times. There has to be a way in that, measures are put in place to be able to detect false vaccines. So yeah, give me your thoughts on that story. Another trend was of ANC issuing a memorandum to ENCA over the saga of the journalists regarding the masks. So the ANC was picketing outside the broadcasters' gates, for what the journalists did, allowing certain politicians to wear masks and other politicians not to wear masks, particularly the white ones not to wear masks and the black ones to wear masks. So the ANC is going to give a formal complaint to the BCCSA as well as the South African Human Rights Commission, and it's a very developing story that I'll give you an update on as well. I want to hear your thoughts and views on all the stories that you've heard so far as we continue to tell you the trending stories. Another trend was of the Nelson Mandela Bay Mayor Ngaba Bango saying that he's not happy with the name change of Port Elizabeth to Geqeha. He's saying that it's not inclusive of the Port Elizabeth people, and it doesn't have that Xhosa thing in it. Excuse me, it's actually Xhosa thing in it. So yeah, he's in a bid to actually fight this name change so that it does not happen. Also, DA is not happy with the changing of the name, So it's another developing story that I'll bring you an update on. Another trend was of the Senzo Meyiwa case, in which 5 men linked to his death appeared at the Boksburg Magistrates Court. And unfortunately, this case has been going on for so long, and it's still going to continue, as it has been moved to the High Court, and it's going to be heard on the 25th of October 2021, which is a long time, which means more time for the family still in lingo. They're still seeking closure. They are still frustrated. I can imagine it's been so long, years and years and years and years, that this case has not been receiving the justice that it deserves. But let's hope that on the 25th of October, justice will be served. And then I'm happy about another trend, the denial of bail for the mastermind behind Tshegofatso Pule's death, the lady that died last year in June, the 28-year-old lady that was heavily pregnant, and she was found hanging on a tree. So the mastermind, the father of the baby, was denied bail, and I'm so happy. May he not receive bail, and may he receive those sentences, the ones of 250 years in prison with 2 life sentences, and yeah, those sentences that don't make sense, but they signal one message: lifelong time in prison. So I'm very glad. She didn't deserve to die like that. She died a brutal death, and may her soul rest in peace. I hope her family is comforted now that the culprits are on the stand and they are receiving judgment. Already the killer received 20 years in prison. So let's see what happens with the mastermind behind the death of the late Pule. May her soul rest in peace. Last but not least, the week ended off on a very sad note when we learned of the passing of the veteran broadcaster and journalist Karima Brown, who died due to COVID-19 related complications. May her soul rest in peace. I will remember how she was passionate about her work and how she dared to defy the odds. So yeah, may her soul rest in peace. And that's a wrap up of all those news stories and trending news stories that I had for you. Remember to like, to share, and to subscribe to my channel, and I'll be back again next week. Shap shap.